The 8 limbs of Patanjali's ashtanga yoga system for the modern day Western yoga practitioner. The first limb is yama, which means behavior or observances. There are 5 yamas. The first one is ahimsa. Ahimsa is non-violence. Non-violence to yourself, non-violence to others. If you're doing your yoga postures and you go too deep and you get hurt, that is not practicing ahimsa. The second yama is satya, not telling a lie, non-lying, being truthful all the time. The third yama is ashtanga, non-stealing. If the yogi is firmly established in non-stealing, all jewels are thrown upon them. The fourth yama is brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is a very controversial term in the yoga tradition. And for a Western yogi, I'm going to say that it means not having too much sex. Keep it that simple. Something to think about here, B.K.S. Iyengar, Batabi Joyce, and Krishnamacharya all had wives and had many children. The fifth yama is aparigraha, and it means not grasping or not being greedy. Knowing when you have enough, knowing when not to take, knowing when you don't need any more. Those are the yamas. Niyama, commitments, the second limb. There are 5 niyamas. The first one is saucha, purity. Internal purity, external purity. Purity in your mind and your thoughts, purity in your body. People in India, since the beginning of time, have been bathing in holy rivers. And it's always great to take a shower before you start any type of yoga practice in the morning. And even just a couple hundred years ago, people in Europe were only bathing once a year. That's pretty disgusting. The second niyama is santosha, contentment, inner peace, inner joy, not from external objects or people. Now let me tell you, if you just practice yoga for 2 or 3 years regularly, santosha will spontaneously arise in your life. All you have to do is practice and you will become happier. The fourth niyama is tapas, self-discipline, waking up early, taking cold showers, doing your practice regularly, not eating bad food. That is self-discipline. And the fifth niyama is ishvari pranadana, surrender. Surrender to God, surrender to the Lord. Now this is the first time Patanjali says that yoga is a theistic practice. Those are the niyamas. The third limb, asana. Now you can talk to any Indian person and an asana to them will just mean a seat, sitting cross-legged for meditation. But for a modern yogi, asana should come first. How are you going to discipline yourself with the behaviors and commitments if you don't have an asana practice? Is very unlikely. So asanas come first. Do your asana practice daily and yama and niyama will automatically happen on their own. So asana, asana, asana comes first in the modern world. It's the fastest way to begin your practice. Pranayama is the fourth limb. Breathing practices, alternate nostril breathing, breath of fire, breath retention. There are so many pranayamas, and pranayama is the best type of food. There are people, ancient yogis, who supposedly only ate air and the sun's energy for their whole lives, and they never needed food. So prana is the best medicine. Pratyahara is the sixth limb. Pratyahara means sense withdrawing from the senses. A great way to think about it is, imagine that you are a tortoise and someone has placed you into a bathtub and there are walls all around you and you cannot see above these walls. All your senses are gone. So we withdraw our senses when we do our practice of asana or pranayama. We are so focused in the breath and the movement that our external thoughts and all the external sounds seem to fall away. Now we move into Dharana, which is concentration, focusing on your mantra, focusing on your breath in a long period of time can be concentration, concentrating on the sensations of your body while you're doing your asanas. And then we move into Dhyana, which is meditation. Meditation, to tell you the truth, I don't know very much about it. I like to practice asana and pranayama, and I consider that meditation within itself. If you're focused doing your practice and you're in the moment, in the zone, that can be a meditation. But a classical meditation, a sitting cross-legged, entering into a place beyond time and space. And the eighth limb, Samadhi, which I absolutely know nothing about. So supposedly Samadhi, Nirvana, whatever you want to call it, total enlightenment. I've heard about different types of Samadhi, where you can just be meditating and just be gone into this another world for a period of time. Or Maha Samadhi is when you leave the body and you enter into complete enlightenment. Or there's even Jiva Samadhi, where you're actually still alive and they bury you underground and your hair and your fingernails still grow and you don't have to breathe anymore and you're just in perfect bliss meditation forever. So who really knows? I don't know anyone who's reached Samadhi. So we just have to keep practicing, following the limbs as best we can, and maybe in this life or the next life we can really practice all 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. Thanks for watching. This is Zach Wagner. Namaste.